Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the WCW Worldwide Review Series for the 4th of July, 1992. And Jesse Ventura, certainly a guy who ultimately wants to, put over his military service and does so pretty aggressively here. Bill Watts also wishes everyone a happy 4th of July. Scotty Flamingo is up first here in an enhancement match. Does a basic takedown, nothing necessarily to write home about, but to get some good writing time on his adversary here. Basic stuff as Flamingo manages to hook the guy up and roll him up. At this point, I love the Scotty Flamingo character. I think it was one of his better characters over time. Have not seen enough of his Portland stuff to say that I know enough to say that the Portland stuff was better or worse, but certainly I prefer Scotty Flamingo over Raven as time goes by. And that is not the popular or prevailing opinion of the day, but it is what it is, and it is what is right for me. Raven, or Scotty Flamingo as it were, hits a high knee lift among other things. He is a pretty big heel at the time. Manages to hook a win and fluff his hair as he's leaving off of a quick victory. Here we get hype for the Great American Bash. Dustin Rhodes says he wants to get his hands on members of the Dangerous Alliance still around, and Rick Rude among them. Long promo as Doc and Gordy promise to be the NWA Tag Team Champions going forward. Bill Watts then is in the middle of the ring basically saying that he promises that top rope moves are going to be removed, and trying to put forth the fact that in this area men wrestle. Highlights of the match between Doc and Gordy at the pay-per-view are here. They brawl around on the outside pretty aggressively for a while. Highlights of the match, which can be covered in another location, but the idea basically being that Watts wants to get wins for his adversaries here, or his new guys here. Sting, still your champion, and manages to be moving towards Vader at the Great American Bash. Sting with a quick takedown on the enhancement talent. At foot at hand, not exactly anything worth writing home about, and actually they could have done a lot more with it. Stinger Splash, Scorpion Deathlock, 1, 2, 3, win for Sting. Very basic enhancement match there. We see kind of brawling on the outside with Cactus Jack going at it with Ricky Steamboat at the pay-per-view here. Post the Steamboat match with Rick Rude. So it looks like their feud may be going further. Doc and Gordy promise to be the NWA/WCW eventually tag team champions. Gary Jackson up next with an enhancement talent match to be had with Dan Spivey. Spivey's here for a couple of months. Made to look like a world beater, but doesn't really get everything he wants on it. Chops along the way, and Spivey gets a quick victory here. Hype on Ron Simmons, becoming kind of the All-American, the guy that everybody wants to cheer for. About a month before he wins the WCW Championship, and he promises to do right by Florida State, promises to do right by the American people. Simmons, they're getting ready for him to move into that role, but they don't really give a great deal of indication of same. Brian Pillman up next in a feature match with Stunning Steve Austin, and this is before their tag team begins. Beautiful match, a lot of basics. Austin slows the match down. Pillman tries to keep it going at a quicker speed, as he is wont to do. Beautiful roll-ups for near falls by Pillman, and side headlock takeovers. Works the head, stays on the head quite a while, does Pillman. Not exactly, matches that have to be super lot of brawling, but hard shots by Pillman nonetheless. Irish whip by Pillman and short knee by Austin. Austin manages to do everything he can and nearly folds up Pillman for a 3 count. Doesn't get all he wants on it, gets enough for at least a little bit of an advantage, as it were. And ultimately, there we go. Austin manages to hold on to the chin lock for a couple of minutes, tries to choke his man out for as long as he can. Austin pulls the tights for a couple of minutes, almost gets a victory, but we do not see the victory for Austin. Austin then snap suplexes his man over pretty aggressively, goes to the top rope on the inside, doesn't get all he wants on that maneuver. Pillman comes in with the attempted air Pillman, but gets caught in the stun gun by Austin in an awkward looking spot, but one that leads to a victory for Austin anyway. One more bit of promo for the Great American Bash, including a Harley Race promo where he promises that Vader will destroy Sting, and Sting needs to be afraid, be very afraid. Promise of a Wyndham and Steamboat run upcoming at some point, or they're going to go to battle with each other. And that'll close us for today. We'll be back with more right after this.